So first up, we have, let's see. Oh, Spiffy is looking at LMT. I like this. I like this chart on the downside here. We did break the point of control here. Nice thin zone. Will LMT get down to 439? Not saying that that could be that's the downside target here, but what I like to do in these sort of scenarios, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Any sort of little sell off here, you can take advantage of this thin zone because price should fly through there on a breakdown here. And we did also break the 50-day moving average as well, so that kind of gives that extra acceleration to the downside. Chart is bearish. Also, we're going to get to Tal. Looking at you, Tal, giving me a run for my money. I had to do my homework on this one because I had to stock where you was previously, and it looked like the volume profile in you just shifted lower. I always say that's bittersweet because what that does is it's telling us that traders like you on lower prices, but it also creates a short-term support here. So it looks like you is trying to break down. I would play it to the downside, but be clever in knowing that we could have a little bit of a rally, a little bit of a bounce before we do break lower in the volume profile here. Also, let's just do QQQ. That's our bombshell bull that we had yesterday at the close. I already saw everyone in chat was really excited about this one. Y'all made money on this one. That was me and Mark trading a nice bombshell bull. At the end of the day, it came at right around 349. Hit us beautifully, and you guys did make some money on that. So shout out to me and Mark on Trade the Close yesterday, trading QQQ to the upside and SPY. We're going to bring on Chris Johnson, maybe getting a little options trade here. Chris, I like LMT to the downside. I also like you to the downside, and I hate to be a negative bearish Nancy over here, but are the volatility bands confirming this logic?
The volatility bands, absolutely. When you look at LMT, holy cow, Vaz. Oh, got to finish my banana. Get the potassium for the day here. 476 you're trading at. 476 you're trading, right? This stock has been trading sideways since November, right? Going nowhere. A lot of the defense contractors have been faring well because we know we're going to spend a lot of money on military, right? We are going to spend a lot of money on military spends here. But in this situation, the Bollinger Bands are so tight around that 475. You got a 440 target off this if it breaks down to the 200-day moving average. And while there's a reason for it going sideways, and you know there's a little M&A out there with LMT as well, LMA, LMT, M&A, LMT. I think the better trade right now, if you're looking at it to get paid soon, is your cubes. When you pull up the cube trade chart that you had, man, this thing is doing a tap dance on the 260 level. 260 level is the one I've been warning about for the last couple of weeks. That's where a ton of open interest is sitting right now for the cubes. And that's into both the January and the February expiration series. Let me tell you why I watch that. Whenever we break below these big strikes like that, and 270 was the last one that we did it, notice how we just absolutely hammered the cubes right after we broke through that round number, 270, right? It's because the hedges kicking in after we break that. You've got all kinds of people that sold those options that now have to start getting out there and covering their butts. So it helps to accelerate things to the downside. 260 break-in gets you 250 in a reasonable amount of time with the earnings playing up. Dude, just play it with the straight up. Either go with the... I don't know what Kenny's going to say about this. We're going to have to get him to weigh in on it.
Okay.
But you know what? If you don't want to pay for a $265 option, an option on something that's $265, go with a call on the SQQQ. Buy an SQQQ call. Don't buy this week expiration. Don't buy next week's expiration. Go out and buy the February 17th. Buy a good old monthly on it. They work the same. And yeah, you got to worry about time premium. This thing will give your portfolio a kick in the butt. You'll be looking at a 66, 67 on the cubes on a move to the 250 mark on the QQQ. So that's the way I trade here. If I want to get, if I want to lease it, let's say, instead of buy the option.
Chris, You always have these amazing sayings when it comes to trading to make it simple and easy. And I like that. So we're looking at buying the SQQQ, and that is planning on a breakdown in the QQQ.